Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sports for All podcast. I'm your host, Eden, and today we have another great guest. So, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi everyone. My name is Siphesihle Thobile Nkuna, and I am from South Africa, Johannesburg. I am a 20 years old female, and yes, that's just about me.
Amazing. Thank you. It's so great to have you. So my first question is, do you want to tell us a bit about your sports journey, like how you got involved in sport and what that's been like growing up?
So, I come from a family of athletes, and I used to love athletics when I was still in school, from primary school until high school. So, yes, during that time, I used to be an athlete at school until after when I was done with school, I got to I got to be involved in netball, but it started at church as a church thing, and then yes, that's where it actually grew.
That is really interesting. It's how you kind of like started off doing something different and now like you're kind of involved in netball and like how that's kind of progressed. So my next
Mm.
question is, what have been some of your biggest achievements in sport so far?
Um, my biggest achievements, I think, uh, me being able to to play netball properly, because I'm not really someone that really plays a lot of sports, but me being able to play netball properly, I can regard that as my biggest achievement because I remember I wasn't able to play netball at all. And then now that I'm able, I just see it as my achievement.
I really love that. I think it's so hard when you start something off and then you're like, oh my goodness, I don't think I'll be able to do this. And then, like you said, now you can play netball, which is really good. So my next question is, do you have any like big inspirations within sport?
There's this other athlete here in South Africa. It's a she. Her name is Caster. I just love the way she runs because before netball, I just love athletics and people that are able to run. They really inspire me. So I would say Caster from South Africa. Yes, definitely.
He sounds incredible. I think there's something about like just how like dedicated and committed these people are to their sport. It's really inspirational. Um, so my next question is, what skills have you learned from being involved in sport, and maybe also how have these helped you in your life?
Um, Discipline, because in sports you should eat a certain diet, especially for athletics and also netball, since you also run around. You should have a proper diet, and that disciplined me in my life out of sports, and also building your stamina. You know, it also helped me in my life out of sports as well, because as a person, you should be able to be active so that you can be healthy. You know, so yeah,
I
I'd
love
say that.
those. I think they're really important skills, and I think yeah, just like that ability to keep going and that kind of stamina when things are difficult is really important, especially like with life in
Mhm.
general. Um, so my next question is, what have been some barriers and challenges that you faced, or maybe people in your area face, and how have these been overcome?
Well, I would say I'm not someone, okay, I'm someone that is very busy, meaning that my time to actually focus on the sports that I love to do is very limited. And I wouldn't say it really affected everyone around me, but it affected me as a person to the point that I just get to prioritize other things than my sports life. But it's something that I'm actually willing to work on this year so that I can also build my stamina even more than I usually do. So yes, those are the barriers I've been facing.
I totally think that's really accurate. I think it's really hard to get a balance between like doing everything and then also being able to commit to sport. Like it can be a lot sometimes. But like you said, it's about getting that balance and finding what's important. So my
Yes.
last question is, what advice would you give to any young person who wants to get involved in sport, but they might not have the confidence?
Um, To the people that don't have confidence but want to be involved in sports, I would say that um, if if sports is something that you want to pursue, go for it, and you must get to know which sports you want to participate in, and you should participate in that sports with love and passion for it, because when you do something, when you're actually like forced to do it, you won't do it properly. So do choose the sports that suits you best and do it with love, and then you'll really enjoy it.
That is such a great piece of advice. Thank you so much. Um, it's been so good to have you today and really inspirational, and I love that piece of advice that you've just given, and I think it will really help everybody. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. It would be great if you could give it a follow and if you could give it a rating. If you want to connect with me further, you can find me on LinkedIn at Eden Byrne or on X at Eden71003.